F.N.C. have done some homework on the A-bomb side, and they just copy what Dignitas did on B. Maybe this is going to work out, but we're live now, and it will be Fnatic on the terrorist side. So welcome everybody here. It's the second map in this grand finals here, Fragbite Masters Season 3, and it's a best of 5. We're currently in the second map.
And I love this already. LDLC, I mean, they are trying to predict Fnatic's movement right now. They're trying to prepare for that B rush if it is to come through. Shoxy pushing all the way up into B apartments. There is a man lurking around the corner, though. Flusha, and Flusha's going to get the instant headshot on Shoxy. And now, this is a real problem for LDLC. They're in the dark. Smith is going to be the key man here. He has to get in, and he has to confirm that it is only Flusha here for Fnatic, or LDLC could potentially rotate too early off A site.
Smith is coming up for underpass here. Flusha spots him, and it's a great return kill. Very nice work from Smith. So important. And now you can kind of tell the bomb is making its way over here. They have only one smoke, so I'm guessing that's one smoke's going to go for connector. And again, I'd love to see Fnatic try and take control of CT spawn, but currently that's going to be difficult as Happy and Kiyoshima are both waiting there. But if you control CT spawn with the bomb down as a terrorist, it's very, very hard for the CTs to get back into it. So here comes the first flashbang in. Nice headshot from Crims. Fnatic off to a good start here. 30 seconds left. They need to make this quick. The smoke is off towards CT spawn, so they didn't use it for connector, and they're controlling that anyway. Olofmeister drops the bomb, and, well, he's going to be picking it up right here. Smiths and Kiyoshima left now. 2-on-2. As they control CT spawn still, the bomb goes down. Currently no kit picked up, but there must be one somewhere on the ground.
That was an incredibly important kill there by Smith, managing to come in just in time to save Kiyoshima. Otherwise, this would be a Fnatic round 100%. Now we have a battle here, and Smith's trying to bait them out into the open. Crims takes that peek. Another great headshot from Smith, and now it's just Olofmeister alive. But again, they don't have a kit. LDLC, they need to get rid of Olofmeister immediately right now.
Yeah, one diffuses, one fights, and there it is. Smith with a quad headshot in the round. Oh, and I think that's going to be just enough time. Oh my god, it's going to be close, but I think they might have it here. Be soul destroying.
Oh, where'd they have it?
That is so close. It's so close that even Happy, look at him. That grin.
Wow.
That would have been soul shattering if they had not got that diffuse home. That Fnatic would just be like, yep, we got this.
My heart is racing right now, man. That was way too close. LDLC, that would have been incredible, but already just the performance from Smith this round. Taking off Flusha to start, saving his mate Kiyoshima and CT, and then getting the remaining 2 kills on Fnatic. The guys who are trying to hold down that site, just magnificent work from him. This is a great start here for LDLC. This is what has to happen, but now Fnatic trying to perhaps sell the idea that we're going to go for the B push, but they are starting to rotate back towards mid, so this could still be an A play here.
Oh. Happy goes down to Olofmeister. Gotta be careful here, Smith, that you don't give up the second rifle as well. And Olofmeister's gonna pick up Shox. What is going on right now? Fnatic just making these pistols work way too well. Maybe it is gonna be up to Smiths again to try and seal the deal here. Did he spot the gun barrel there? I think he has an idea. Smith is playing really well at the moment. He's gonna go and take the kill on to JW. This is really, really rare form for Smiths. He's going to get a third one as well on Olofmeister. He's just pulling his team right back into this round. Super important.
Absolutely.
What's like 7-0-0 right now for him?
Pretty much. That's it.
James Bond, the reversed.
Exactly. And that's, I mean, Smiths, we expect that kind of performance from him on Dust 2, right? Kind of saw it, kind of didn't. Now on Mirage, all of a sudden, for him to come alive in the 2 rounds, this could be what LDLC need, basically, to put them back into this match here, mentally as well. Get that confidence going. Smith's looking for that quad kill, but he's not going to be allowed to have it. NBK will pick up the final one. But LDLC now, with a performance like that, one player can step up, and that's the power of this team. Power of both of these teams, really. Everybody is so talented on all of these teams that anybody can step up at any time and start wrecking house, and we're seeing that now from Smiths for LDLC.
So that would have been such a painful round. If Olofmeister had kept just rampaging through them with that pistol and they'd lost it, it would have been so painful. Now, they do have that shotgun still in play, which is interesting considering that there's just a bunch of AKs on the Fnatic team. They're taking mid-control fairly early on, and they're being allowed to take it as well. LDLC currently being fairly relaxed, although they do have one guy aggressively up in apartments, which I kind of like. NBK just checking out if anyone's there, and he's not found anyone yet.
This is smart. I mean, if LDLC are going to give up mid-control, this is something that we see a lot on Mirage, but it's something that we need to see a lot more of, essentially, is basically like you give up mid-control, start pushing into B apartments, start pushing into A apartments, get into A pit, you know, try and get information as to where Fnatic are setting up, because if you can't see the mid, they have to be on one of the sides. So and this is, well...
That whole initial push from Fnatic here was actually just to get Pronex into the connector, so now he's waiting. Everyone falls back through T-spawn, and they're getting ready for a standard push, except once it happens and everyone is focused, Pronex is going to be the the sneaky guy just coming out from behind, and that could pretty much settle everything here. Smiths with another good opening. That's so huge, taking down JW.
And that is going to set it up here. MBK is going to get flashed white. However, Flusha has taken out Smiths as well. This is actually falling apart here. Pronax is in a great position. They go running past. He gets flashed just in time to save him. But the cool...
It's even going to be Olofmeister to get that kill, but he might... Oh! What? Kirishima headshot through with the Nova shotgun. A bit of revenge as Shox goes down anyway, and Flusha picks up a triple. It is still Fnatic, perfectly in control of this round. And
perfectly in control of themselves as well. Pronax, he doesn't even take a shot while he's flashed. He knows the guy's in front of him, but he doesn't rush it. He just sits there, waits, and that's some cool collected play coming out from the Fnatic in-game leader, the captain of the team. And Fnatic, well, they come right back into it in the third round, their first bye round. So LDLC, despite Smith's best efforts, the rest of the team do need to wake up here.
Yeah, this opening kill on... you kind of wish, actually, at that point that Smiths had stayed in the apartments and just been a constant annoyance to Fnatic. So it's a bit of a shame he went down so soon afterwards. But he's really been doing his absolute best right now to try and see what he can do to help his team.
A really nice flash as well. I mean, well, Fnatic don't really leave anything up to chance, but the flash to cover short, or to cover up close to A pit, NBK, not a whole lot that he can do. If he can turn that into a one-for-one trade, something like that, then all of a sudden, you know, that kind of changes the situation at LDLC's way. But Fnatic, they're way too thorough. When they go for a play like that, and we've seen it time and time again from them, you know, getting Pronax up into connector and then collapsing on the A site. They've done it so many times that they really have just thought everything out, and it goes so smoothly for them now.
JW making a tiny bit of noise over at the B bomb site, and everyone else obviously headed to A. Could be fun to see if MBK could get something happening in this corner, but it's not a CSET 75 he has, it's the P250. Still a pretty good pistol at this range.
At this range, yeah, lethal if you can find the headshot, so... Bit of an opportunity there. Man, JW, he should be a traveling salesman. He'd be rich. I mean, LDLC have fully rotated over to the B site. This is it. Fnatic are going to be able to get out onto that A site, get that plant. They do not let him escape, so at least there's that. But they only pick up a CZ. They don't get a rifle off of that.
I think my eyes must have been tricking me. I swear JW had a rifle, but probably not. Flusha's going to take down Kirishima with that grenade, and then CT spawn. Smith is hiding in there somewhere. Maybe an exit kill or two here would help LDLC further on down the road, but Fnatic are just playing a very thorough game. Not much is being left to chance.
No, not at all. And LDLC, I mean, LDLC, they just need to kind of weather the storm at this point. You know, Fnatic are getting some very solid rounds in, but they need to just keep their cool, keep their focus, and come into it strong in the fifth round here when they're going to be buying. That's all LDLC can do right now because they know, out of Dust 2, they know that they lost their focus. That's how they allowed Fnatic to get back into the game on their CT side. They started playing a bit too passive. They started letting Fnatic get a bit too aggressive, and then all of a sudden they couldn't regain control of the match. Now here on this map, this is the big problem here, and Happy is definitely pondering this. You know, how do they get back into the game? So, LDLC now, what's going to be the answer?
Well, it's been made significantly more difficult by the fact that JW has the AWP picked up right here, and LDLC don't have one, and no auto-sniper either, and that makes covering the map a little bit more tricky for them. MBK already going down, Olofmeister with the opening kill. Smiths, a little bit late on that round of burst up there. They need to get something working here. If they lose this round, I mean, Fnatic don't need that many rounds on this first half. I think Thorin went through this as well. They're a very good team on both the terrorist and the CT side of this.
Yeah, and a tense way to play it as well. Flusha's going to be hiding up in Whorehouse, though, and Kirishima is gone. Goes for the shot out to Happy as well. And that is just the individual play coming out from Flusha. His ability to just pick up frags almost at will. Shoxy will take him out finally, but it's a 2-on-4 right now. And Fnatic, they're running straight for the B site. Shoxy, however, is in a good position, but he's going to be rotating towards the site itself.
Have they heard him yet? I think Olofmeister actually just heard the last step. If he had walked all the way, maybe there was a chance he could pick up the bomb planter. But now as he loses Smith as well, none of it really matters. He's going to go down, and Olof will pick up that double kill. Fnatic, they are a scary good, and you can kind of see the weight that's slowly sort of just increasing on LDLC. They look more and more pressured here, and you can't blame them. This is hard to deal with. Pronax hasn't even picked up a kill yet. This is just Olofmeister and Flusha basically winning rounds for the Fnatic team at this point.
Yeah, I mean, LDLC, they really do need to just kind of back up. But this... Well, it's also just really smart play coming out from Fnatic. You know, Flusha, for example, giving 2 kills to Fnatic from just sneakiness, really. Just that's really tough to deal with as well.
I mean, what we started talking about on Dust 2 was that the first really successful rounds that LDLC had on that first half came from them being really aggressive and sneaking up and like denying Fnatic the chance to set up the way they want to set up, and also just getting a lot of information. And the only round so far where they've really done this is the one where Smith was up in apartments, and the pistol round where Shox pushed forward and got caught by Flusher, right? Those are the 2 rounds. Apart from that, LDLC have actually been playing fairly passively. There's been no mid pushes, a lot of like... I wish they would go back to doing that because I think it's going to work better for them. It's still not easy because Fnatic, you can tell all around they actually set up preparing for that too. But I think it's a slightly better choice anyway. This anti-eco round working out great for Fnatic, so not really much to talk about here. But yeah, I think controlling the pace of the game right now is the key for LDLC.
Well, that's the pressure right now that Fnatic are able to exert on their opponents. The fact that they can get them to play their own game, despite their best efforts. Now LDLC, they're slowly starting to come Fnatic's way, slowly starting to play more and more passive, and that's going to play to Fnatic's strengths. So Smith's lending his input now, as you guys can see. Kiyoshima just kind of slowing it down. But now we have to see. Double op, that's going to be it. So LDLC decide, this is also a strong strategy that they can go for here, CT side. You put that one op and Shoxy, you know, basically you put Shoxy up in B apartments with one of the ops, and then you have Smiths on the A side to lock it down here. Again, however, LDLC not really going to be pressuring Fnatic much in mid. They're leaving it open for Fnatic to have the options.
Oh, they had a great opportunity then as actually Shox was being boosted up right outside the scope range of JW. They're still having a weird battle up there where someone's trying to find somebody, and there it is. Shoxy's going to open up onto JW. Very nicely done. That is such an important kill. The fact that the bomb is dropped over it doesn't make a big difference because nobody knows about it, but that's the start they need. There's a long ways to go right here for LDLC. So much has to work out. I mean, Taz did warn us that Shoxy can be pretty dangerous on this map. They need the ultimate Shox factor this time. He's going to go down, though, and Kiyoshima actually going to pick up the kill. That seemed a little bit sloppy, but I think they're still in a good position.
That was definitely very sloppy, and that's actually that mistake could open it up here for Fnatic. They're going to put the remaining 2 members here towards the B site. Shot from Kiyoshima. He does not hit it. He needs to land it to stop this plant from happening, but Fnatic looks like they're going to be able to get out onto the site, although this is bar enough time for Smith to rotate in and the rest of the cavalry to come in as well.
Super expensive round, considering they started off in a 5-on-3. Shox picked up those first 2 kills. They end up losing 3 players after that. That's definitely not that impressive for LDLC. And that's the problem. Even when LDLC win rounds, they don't actually gain that like a big momentum boost. They just end up in a weird position where they still feel not that great.
Did they save the op? Okay, they did. They did save the other op. That was my big question there. If Happy was going to be able to get over to Smith's op fast enough, because obviously, you know, they managed to save Shoxy's. But LDLC, they are going to be counting on this double op, I think, really to try and slow Fnatic down. And it's a smart play, but Fnatic as well, they've showed in the past that they can use double op on T side with Olofmeister and JW. So,
and look at what happens here when they're playing defensively. LDLC Fnatic instantly just charges in and controls the ladder room in here, the whorehouse if you prefer. And that's a big issue. This is such a lot of map control gained, and LDLC don't even realize it yet. Happy though is going to get up the opening kill there on Crims. It's a good way to start off, but again, this passive play is so dangerous when you're playing Fnatic.
Olofmeister, this battle. Smith, does he look away? Does Olofmeister peek at that time? Olofmeister, he shoulder peeked. He knows that Smith is there and lands the shot through the box. Smith just he gets the follow-up. Olofmeister 2 for 2, and Smith is gone. Now we're into a 4-on-4, and Fnatic, man, that's a lot of confidence right there.
Unreal. Now it's going to be down to Shox taking off Flusher here. So again, Shox is doing the best that he can. He doesn't get that shot off. He gets one more chance maybe. Spots Pronax, and he's actually going to miss that one. JW in the meantime picking up a kill onto Kiyoshima. So it's a 3-on-3. Shox is going to go down as well. Just a little bit too slow, and his teammates are really far away. Happy's not going to get the crossover, and he tries to peek now. Olofmeister's with apartments waiting, so he can't even cross all the way over here. He's going to sneak in, and that's an easy kill for Olof to pick up. So 3-on-3, down into a 3-on-1. NBK, is it even worth it for him to try and clutch it without a kit? Probably not.
No, he needs to back off. He can't even make it over to the AWPs. I mean, he can try and set up for exits, and that's exactly what he's doing in case Pronax decides to try and check in here. And Pronax just might, but he goes walking past. So a bit of an opportunity here for NBK to potentially pick up a kill, but I'm sure he would much rather it be, you know, Olofmeister or JW in that position so he can pick up an op for his mate. That's an incredibly painful round, but that's also, a lot of this comes down to Shoxy keeping his cool as well. Shoxy really does need to pace himself because I don't know if he really needed to run back out into the open that second time for that second peek. If he could have just hid behind the pillars and tried to play the pillars, set up a crossfire with Smiths, instead he gets caught out in the open and then it just devolves from there.
Yeah. They definitely needed more backup in that bomb site because he was actually fighting them 3-on-1 almost. I mean, he didn't know the other 2 were coming in. This shot, though, is so beautiful from Olofmeister. That's just a work of art right here. LDLC, I'm glad to see at least that they don't go for C-set 75 armor here, that they just buy a couple of pistols, which is decent enough. And are they going to make it work? Pushing quite aggressively in this round, in fact, over by the ramp, just making sure no one's there. Pronax though will pick up the first kill. JW, he's looking the wrong way. If the smoke clears, is Happy going to be fast enough?
Yeah, they're going for the stack, and this could work out. NBK is going to find Chris, and NBK with the second kill takes out Pronax. JW misses the point-blank shot on Happy, and now Happy has an AWP up in apartments. This could fall apart here. Fnatic are getting sandwiched.
Great play from MBK this round. That double kill makes such a big difference. Olofmeister is going to be alone. This is a bit of a way back into the game for LDLC, assuming they don't lose this 1-on-4, which is now a 1-on-3 to Olofmeister. That would be horrendous. He's got 50 seconds, but they have the smokes to try and block him off. Don't tell me he's just going to go Rambo and try and do this.
He's going to do it! Oh, just a little bit to the right. I wouldn't even have put it past it, Olofmeister there. I wouldn't have put it past him to land that shot onto Electric.
I mean, if that happened, we would have had to have reported him at that point, because that would have been unseemly. But
he just drops from the game.
Yeah, that's it. You're out. But Olofmeister is just playing. He's just looking to find anyone at like an odd angle, someone who is like trying to backstab him, maybe like anyone he can find, any damage he can do. Fnatic already have the amount of rounds they need. If this finishes 10-5, Fnatic are going to be just fine. So Olofmeister just wants to do some more damage.
Unfortunately, Shoxy, I mean, if he had landed that, it could have been a decent position. Now, he's not going to have the time to hunt Olofmeister down.
No.
Olofmeister, if he holds on to this position that he's at right now, gets into the house, there we go. So he'll be perfectly fine. He'll be able to hold on to this AWP. It's not the end of the world that he lives through this. He's got 8,800 in the bank. So, I mean, that's without getting any money at the start of this next round.
But I mean, that was one AK and a bunch of pistols for LDLC, and they actually managed to turn into a victory. So credit to them for doing that. It's very, very, very important. Again, 10-5 is what they're gunning for right here. They need to take all this money away from Fnatic. They need to just come through and power up the Swedish team right here. That's the plan. And are they going to be able to? They're holding, again, very tight onto the A-bomb site and B-bomb site. No one is pushing anywhere currently. And that's Pronax spraying blind and takes down Shoxy. Now the only one covering here is Kiyoshima. He has to come up big. A nice grenade there. Kiyo down to 44 health. And he's looking for the shot on somebody.
Oh, and he does land it on Pronax, drops him down to 11 HP somehow. NBK, in the meantime, takes out Olofmeister, who's lurking around A apartments. Smiths will find Flusha and Connector, and now this could shape up to be a situation that LDLC can come out on top of until they lose Smiths.
Well, Happy, if he drops Pronax here, they do control the bomb side. The bomb's all the way back, so they need to go back and pick it up somehow. And Happy's actually playing a really patient game right now. This is very, very bold of him, and it could be great. The smoke is going to clear. No one knows he's there right now. And they're going to go back and pick up the bomb. Still hiding by the benches, Pronax, and backup is coming in here. NBK's very low on health, and Happy's not going to check the corner. And Pronax, he starts off on so little health. He picks up 3 kills, and NBK can't do any. He has to run.
He needs to back up and hold on to the gun. Although it looks like he's going to make noise at least. Nobody's lurking in kitchen, though, so it's down to exit frags for him. But Fnatic can back off. They know there'd be apartments for now, at least, are clear that they had control of it just a moment ago. So Fnatic have got ways to get out of this site. Still, I mean, Shoxy, although that was, again, I'm talking about Shoxy, Taz himself mentions this in the pre-match talk, right? That, Shoxy, he was capable at a time to just completely lock down the B site, B apartments. That was his domain, and if you entered in it, we're going to be in for a sad time. We're not seeing that right now. These are 2 rounds now where Shoxy was not able to shine for his team, and he definitely, he's one of their key players. He needs to be the one stepping up right now for LDLC. Just like Smiths at the beginning of the half, now it should be Shoxy, basically. If Fnatic are coming to B site, he needs to be just locking it down.
Yeah. They need a completely godlike performance. We've seen Shoxy do this in the past, where all of a sudden he kicks into overdrives and drops 30, 40 kills. They need that version of Shoxy at the moment. Great round from Pronax. 4 kills previously, was on 3, so he's up to 7 total now. And Fnatic are at 6 and 4, and LDLC go for a force-up this time. They realize they need as much as they can get, and this is the same situation they were in on Dust 2, where they kind of kept forcing all the time. Olofmeister's going to guess the movement of Happy, shoots him through the wood panel. My God.
Aggression, however, in B apartments, and this is great here for LDLC. Yeah. Get into apartments, try and even it up. Fnatic, of course, they can take this into account. They can realize, okay, we've got that fast man advantage. We should be able to expect them pushing, but they catch Kiyoshima on underpass, and this is where it starts to get really difficult here for LDLC. Although they may not expect Smiths to be lurking up in B apartments right now, they could think that Kiyoshima was the only one to push through there.
They could have thought that. MBK with the jumping scout all the way in the back has got to come up pretty big here. If they lose this round, it's going to be awful. And that's a good headshot on Flusher to start off with. 3-on-4. And it's going to be in the pass. It's going to be Smiths. You're right. They didn't expect it. He comes back up again. Spots JW as well. Smiths, he could be playing this safe there in a 3-on-3. He doesn't have to fight, but he try and do it. And JW makes it work with the CSAT 75 again. And it's going to leave them in such an awkward spot. They lose the B bomb sign. The bomb will definitely go down, and they still have to worry about Pronax over here.
And MBK trying to rotate over there as quickly as possible, but he's not going to get there in time. The smoke goes up just as he arrives. And Pronax is still keeping Shoxy busy over on that A site, which is the real problem here. Shoxy's finally going to get rid of that pest, but 2-on-2, he has to run across the map.
And they still don't have a kit picked
exactly.
up. So
they just don't have time right now.
It feels like they know what they need to do, but it's just not working out here. He's going to do it for it once, and JW waits just long enough. Now, that doesn't even matter. He's just playing such a cheeky game. So he goes down, but he stays alive long enough. That's all that really matters. Shox, triple kill. They lose the round anyway. And now, I mean, saving Yorp. If we're going to follow the logic that they had on Dust 2, they'll force up this round and just say, like, well, you have to keep going.
Yep, I wouldn't even be surprised to see it at this point, because LDLC, not only is that kind of their style right now, their decision-making is, lends itself towards the force buys, but they are so far behind now on their CT side of Mirage as well that they are in a position where they just need to get rounds.
They actually won't go for it. They just keep that AWP on Shox. And
showing restraint, okay. Well, this worked last time with the 1 AK and pistols. Now we have to see them do it again. They have to win this eco. Oh.
Headshot or a shot through. JW picks up a second one. They're just getting completely rocked, and he comes out of the apartments with a third one on Happy. Goes for the quad. Can he find it? Not quite quick enough here. And it's going to get stolen by Olaf Meister. CSAT 75. Still got 6 bullets left, or the orb is not going to be enough either. Smiths will get some really good kills, and actually triple kill from Smiths with the CSAT. Pretty nice return. But it is not enough here. This is already such a good half for Fnatic. Way too good.
No, yeah, this is definitely Fnatic. They're starting to reach that point of no return where, coming back from this position.
I mean, the reason we're making this sound a little bit gloomy as well is that we can't quite ignore the fact that the third map is Inferno, which is probably Fnatic's best map. So it makes it really hard to deal with. If you're LDLC, you'd want to win this map just to buy time to get to overpass a nuke, basically, because
the mental game is that's it, right? They needed to pick up Dust 2. They couldn't do that. Flusha hits a shot on MBK, and Pronax will find Smiths as well. This is now Fnatic. This is like Fnatic playing on Dust 2 as well. They haven't once gone for the B rush, Fnatic, so they've changed up their game there. That was a strat that was in their playbook. It was on the first page. Every time Pronax opened it up on T-side Mirage, they're like, oh yeah, B-Rush, let's just do that. Like, Fnatic haven't gone for it once, and Fnatic at the beginning started to play a little bit slow. LDLC, that worked out for them until Fnatic once again change up the pace and start to play fast. And once they do that, oh my god, it turns into a double spray. Olaf Meister just, lines them up.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know what to say. There's a lot of stuff we haven't seen here for Fnatic. They haven't gone for many of those traditional A smoke rounds either. They just, I mean, they get a lot of mid control, and they use it in different ways. Sometimes they leave one person in connector, sometimes they leave one person in the ladder room, and then they go back and push bomb sites. But then when you're trying to defend, this one person that's suddenly in the middle of the map, he'll just wreak havoc. And sometimes we don't even get that far. They just win the mid battle before it even gets to that point, and then they can just do whatever they want.
That's what you will start wondering, when do you start playing your game, and when do you start adjusting your game to what your opponents are doing? And Fnatic is definitely a team. Pronax in particular is a player that you need to take mid away from. As the caller, he relies heavily on mid to basically develop his strategies, have the options to go A, B based on the information he gets. If you can put up a fight mid and shut that down early for Fnatic, Pronax is going to be very limited with what he can tell his team to do. And that's when you do see Fnatic start to struggle a little bit, regardless of the map. So LDLC not really trying to get control of mid until much later in the half is a problem for them. But I think we're into the 14th round now, and this is going to be just a must-win round for LDLC. After a round of eco, they go quad op.
Now, is that a good sign or a really bad sign that LDLC just have no answers?
Well, this could work. I mean, this is just like just go for something that's so crazy that Fnatic can't ever expect it.
Well, good kills coming in so far, but JW's there with the return. Can he do a little bit more? He's trying to get out of those apartments. It's a 3-on-4 right now. And MBK will pick up the 1 kill. Pronax with a good return. It's still not over yet, but Smith will take it a double kill now, so it's looking really likely here. 3 ops versus JW. He may be one of the best in the world, but this is still a pretty tall order.
Yeah, this is the question now. I haven't even given up on JW. If they give him a series of duels, JW can do it. He's
got the time for it as well, which is the most important thing right now for him. Especially if he gets the bomb down and makes the clock work against LDLC. We'll find out.
They're really convinced that he's going to go to that A side as well. Now JW starts to take a look towards mid. Smoke goes down to block off connector, so that's going to actually hurt JW more than help.
He's making a lot of noise here, so now they definitely know where he is, and that makes such a big deal. He's jumping over here. C-Set is going to take the first kill, but Smiths will shoot him out of the sky, and that will be a triple for Smiths, and they at least win the last round. Not much celebration going on currently on the French team.
Talk about a Hail Mary strat, man. Talk about just like throwing it out there and hoping that it sticks. Like quad off. The only time we've seen teams do that is basically like Astana Dragons, where they're just so far ahead they start trolling their opponents and go for like 5 ops or something like that. Or Astana Dragons, you know, it's like Hellraisers now, but back in the day, Astana.
I won't even really like call it like a strat. I'd almost say at that point you're just kind of shrugging and saying, whatever, guys. Let's just see what goes on. Well, nice start from Crims. Grenade is going to rain in as well and does absolutely no damage, but Olofmeister there with the second headshot, looking for a little bit more. And he's just playing it as safe as he can. Backup's coming in. JW's not playing it safe. He's just charging him with the pistol. Olofmeister, easy kill to follow up. Happy's the last man standing, and he's going to go down to JW.
Were those all headshots? Those were all headshots as well.
I think at this point, you know, Fnatic, they just get into like a special zone where you know some of those racing games where you go over like, you know, the speeding platforms and you can sort of like run from like one boost to the next boost to the next boost. That's almost Trackmania. That's exactly what Fnatic are doing right here. It's like they're just hitting all the speed. That's it.
It's fun to see, like, there's the variety in Fnatic as well, because Pronax is like, that's why he doesn't do the hand slapping. He's like, no, I want to stay focused on the game. Like, I am 100% focused. Olofmeister, him and Crims, they go for the hand slapping. They're okay with that. You know, it doesn't necessarily take them out of it. You know, it's just different personalities, different strokes. But NBK and Shoxy are going to find 2 entries on this B side. JW rotates quickly from underpass, and he manages to actually pick up a kill here in Apartments. That's going to open things up here. He manages to step in, nearly picks up a 3rd one as well.
He's just charging through. He's just not even going to slow down. He's just going to run right in and win that situation for his team. And that actually started with Shoxy, C-Set 75. MBK got the 1 dig off on somebody. So that looked like a really good start to that B bomb site. But then doesn't even matter.
This is now LDLC. Basically, I mean, that like half grin there on NBK, that sort of amused look. This is that point of no return, I think, where LDLC have been broken. And Fnatic are going to be able to just kind of roll through here, I think. Like, unless LDLC can just pull something magical out of their hats for the 19th round, that bye, Fnatic are going to run away with this game, and we're going to be looking at Inferno pretty soon here.
Nice shocks. That's very good. Calculated shot coming through. Kyoshima did eat a lot of grenade damage there. But if nothing else, there's a bit of satisfaction in it for Shoxy here.
Kyo is out. There's a man lurking in Delpan there. NBK's actually going to try and get out fairly quickly onto this site. Doesn't have the bomb, though, and Olofmeister seems to have an idea that he's there. He's going to come hunting. Oh, it's actually Crims, my mistake. Crims, still. Fnatic not looking flustered. They've got mountains of cash at this point. They've managed to hold on to these rounds fairly decisively. LDLC are the ones who are really struggling because they're not getting the frags. They're not getting the plants.
What's actually really concerning to me, at least, is that if we were seeing Fnatic pull out really elaborate strats, we'd be like, all right, this is like super crazy. They're faking, you know, 1 bomb side, them running somewhere else. They're really, you know, they're really pulling out the playbook right here. But it doesn't even feel like that. It just feels like Fnatic are just simply outgunning LDLC so much. Look at JW picking up that 2nd kill. First one mid-air. And now he even spots a guy underpass. Going to throw down a grenade. Kyoshima dropping fairly low as well. And he's pretty much boxed in here, Kyoshima. He's got to be careful. JW will take him down. Triple, now quad. And he just needs Happy to pick up the ace. JW has been unleashed.
This is the difference between confidence, basically. LDLC refused to put an Opera in mid-window to take the fight with JW. JW, no fear at all. Even when LDLC sack NBK, they throw NBK out there just to draw the shot from JW so that Smiths can then step in and return the frag, take JW out. JW somehow just still makes that work. He takes out NBK, the bait, makes it out of there, and then returns for another 3 frags. And now he's looking for the 5th. Like, this is it. He gets the ace, and JW, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's no coming back from that. JW has just tombed your team single-handedly.
Yeah, you can kind of see Shoxy. He's resting his head on his hand, That's just JW basically picking them up and breaking them over his knees. That was stunning, absolutely stunning. 14-5 here. It's only the second map. There is still Inferno, no matter what to play. But right now, Fnatic are gunning for a pretty impressive victory here onto Mirage.
Well, Flusha hears them stepping in B apartments right now, though. He's going to tell that to his mate Pronax, who's jumping, just looking. And there you have it. Now they spot out the scout. That's not enough here for Pronax, and he continues to play, man. He doesn't even decide to back off. Even after spotting that scout, he'll still jump peek.
Yeah, good flashbang in. Pronax can't really see much, but he still picked up that headshot on Shocks, and he's going to go down eventually. Smith jumping in with the scout. Good work. LDLC, they need so much right now. It's a 4-on-4. The bomb, at least, is going to go down any second here as JW picks up a kill on Smith and just walks in while scoped up. Grenade is going to do some damage here, and actually Kyoshima dies to it. So now it's back into a 2-on-2. MBK coming out of kitchen for a little while. Happy still trying to cover, thinking someone might be coming up from the apartments, but it's not. It's Flusha charging in, and now he's trapped in that truck area here. He's got the health advantage, but he only got a pistol.
I'm curious if JW actually decides to smoke again. No, he's going to use the smoke, but Happy comes out ahead. JW, definitely expected him to be looking high there, but Happy will get the drop on him. In LDLC, they managed to clinch a round. So this is it. Force buy from LDLC, and they actually get the job done, plant and win. But Fnatic have such a lead that it really is just that mantra that LDLC have to keep repeating to themselves, one round at a time. We just have to focus on playing our game.
Yeah. That mentality must be very hard right now. Like summoning your team to play and think like that. That is so difficult. I can't even really imagine it, but that's what they need.
That, or this is all one grand design by Fnatic to crush LDLC completely. They let them win a round, they let them get that hope, and then they just obliterate them in the round to follow and put themselves on that point.
Well, it's certainly working out that way. Shocks was the first to fall. Now Smith and MBK have fallen as well. Kyoshima and Happy are the two last remaining members here. And actually, Happy will get a good opening, but he's not going to check the corner, and that will definitely end him. All of Meister just peeking out, and that's an easy kill. JW also found the last remaining member of the LDLC team. So now we are at map point here for Fnatic. Going to make their way to the... Well, almost winning the second map here. Not quite match point yet. I'm assuming, I hope we can, Selma, you should go as soon as this maybe is finished and listen to what LDLC are saying, because we kind of need that information.
It's not going to be pretty, man. I can tell you right now, it's not going to be pretty.
Not going to be something we can put on the stream maybe, but it'd be worth knowing what the hell they're thinking at the moment. Crims is waiting right here. They're going to cross out, and Crims will get that easy opening kill. Doesn't get the second spray. Good return from Smith. All of Meister still inside the bomb site. Bomb's going down right in that smoke, and all of Meister just cleaning them up left and right. And all of Meister in the safe bomb site is exactly what happened to Dignitas. He just was too good. JW wanted that knife, but he's not going to get it. It's all of Meister with the triple, and if you remember, he was the guy shutting down all of Dignitas in this bomb site. He simply ended Dignitas on this map. So that's it. Bit of a celebration for Fnatic that they win Mirage.
Careful. Yeah, but LDLC, man, not wasting any time at all. They are definitely, they've got that 1,000-yard stare right now. Like, they are traumatized, LDLC. I think they really do need to take a break. They're probably going to try and push the break as well to have as much time as possible to just go over what is going on and try and recover something, because they've talked about mentality. They've talked